Hey, it's good to be back. I've been gone for how long? Too long, boys. I've missed you guys. I'm sure it's not reciprocated. It's all good. Like it's all good that if it's not reciprocated. But I've enjoyed our little group chats. I wish I could sit there and like go in more and spend time. But you know, when you're on vacation, you gotta. I was doing my best to check out, but that's always a struggle on vacation. Like even being away and having the beach around. By the way, shout out. I do want to shout out Beach Vibes. I agree with the conversation we had. Like when you just kind of swim out in the ocean and you kind of just you're at peace with yourself and you just realize how small you are just in the universe in general and just how at peace you are with being there in that moment and nothing else matters. I'm not gonna say anything that involves competing with a lake because I just want to give it its. I want it to have its moment for real because beach vibes you can't. You know, JP. What is it? Where you give up. I conceded.
Yeah.
I conceded very quickly on the idea that, like, yeah, when you vacate, you want to vacate to a beach. Like, if I were to live somewhere, I would rather live on a beach. But, bro, when the wind's just blowing, when you're just sitting there by the shore and the wind just blows and hits you differently, bro, whether you're just reminiscing on an old memory, smiling at just the vibes that are going on around you, doing nothing, reading a book, having a cocktail, doesn't matter. Like it's a good time. But we had a great time in Hawaii. Myself, my wife, and our little daughter, Cerulean, we went out to Hawaii for a little family vacation. And by the way, I do want to throw in another shout out to Cerulean. Like, there were a couple downs. Like, the first leg of flying from Hawaii to Vegas yesterday was not like difficult, but just like, hey, like, shut the fuck up. There's people on the plane.
Right.
And maybe the first 24 hours there because her clock was messed up. Dude, she was a little G, man. She did a solid job. She slept through the night. She's sleeping through the night now. Like, we got back last night. Like, you guys are listening to this, it's Thursday. We got back. We flew all day Tuesday, left at like 10:30 in the morning Hawaii time, which is like 5 hours behind Nashville. Landed in Nashville at 2 in the morning. Didn't get to bed until probably 3 or 3:30. Rue went to sleep. And she slept, wasn't waking up at all. We would let her sleep till about 9 because she was sleeping a lot on the plane. But she slept through the night, even in Hawaii, bro. She would go down at like 7 or 7:30 at night and not wake up until like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. And we're usually waking up at that time because you're like, at that point, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock in Nashville time. But she was a little stud, bro. I like you got two types of parents out there. You got the judgmental ones that kind of like, oh, you flew with your kid all the way to Hawaii. And then you got the other ones that like they see your kid and they just say, hey, good for you guys. Like, that's fucking awesome. So shout out those parents that are on the positive side because we're pro vibes on this podcast. But before we go into more stuff, we got to bring you the greatest presenting sponsor that this bus has ever seen. It's the only one that the bus has ever known, and we hope it stays that way forever because it's the Chevy Silverado. We know that every team starts the season undefeated. For the first month, everyone has a shot. The vibes are high. Everyone thinks they're not going to lose one game. Everybody's already won the Super Bowl. The team is Chevy, and its star player is the Silverado. I like that little play on words right there. Their star player is the Silverado. According to JD Power, Chevy is the most awarded brand for new vehicle quality, and Chevy Trucks has won more new vehicle quality awards than any other brand out there. That's some serious hardware that's sitting in the trophy case for the boys. But champions don't stop. They keep moving forward, and that's what the Silverado does. That's what the boys at Chevy are all about. From the LT model to the most extreme Silverado ever, the ZR2, Chevy gave the Silverado a new interior with a large infotainment screen. No cussing, bleep that out. Did I say that right? Infotainment?
Yeah.
Screen and digital instrument cluster. Let me go ahead and say that again for you guys. Chevy gave the Silverado a new interior with a larger infotainment screen and digital instrument cluster. They gave it tow-in technology, and there's up to 14 available camera views. It's always truck season here at Bussin, but now it's also tailgate season with football coming up. And what better way to roll up to a tailgate than in a Chevy Silverado, boasting a larger, more functional bed than any other competitor on the planet. Head over to Chevy.com to learn more about the Chevy Silverado. For JD Power 2022 U.S. Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. And if you happen to live in the greater Nashville area, you guys know we love to go shop with the boys at Freeland Chevy down in the what's Springs?
It's like
Cool Springs, in the Cool Springs area, right? That's where Freeland is, isn't it?
Oh, is it Franklin?
It's always down south. Once we're going south, it all kind of clusters together for me.
I think it's near Bell Road.
Bell Road.
Like Antioch.
Yeah, like Antioch. Shout out Antioch. No free shout outs, but go to Freeland Chevy if you're in the greater Nashville area. But yeah, man, the Hawaii, the vibes were awesome. Probably my favorite thing that we did out there with your boy. Like, I always start at no. Charles, she calls me a no man, and I'm like, no, I'm not. And then she, doubles down. We'll listen to you right now. But when we go on vacation, I want to just stay at the resort. I'm very much like, I want to park my ass at the resort. I want to sit on the beach. I want to sit by the pool. I want to do all the things. However, I do go outside of the walls because my wife ends up like making me. Like, it's a relationship, a marriage, it's all give and take, right? She loves to go on excursions. The boy doesn't. So she knows to plan days where we do nothing and chill by the pool, which I think you need those days, especially if you got a crew there with you. By the way, shout out Sean Laval, one of my former teammates at Washington. We lived together for a couple of years, but he was out there with his family too. So the vibes were incredible. We were catching up. We're laughing. We're having a great time. But I'm somebody who always like to park my ass in the resort. My wife, she likes to go on excursions. However, she booked one that she knew I would be all about. And it was this UTV tour where we drive a UTV, a side by side. And we went to Jurassic Valley. I forget what the ranch is called, but basically there were scenes of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World shot there. So she knew I would love driving around, and she was not wrong. Your boy were driving, like, if you can see this photo, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll probably post the video, but we're coming up on this field that's in the middle of all these mountains. What are you laughing at, JP?
Just you in that helmet.
You had to wear a helmet, man. It got dusty. But there's this field in all the mountains. And I'm like pulling up. We're like pulling up, and I look over at Charles, and I'm like, hey, this scene right here looks exactly like the one where Dr. Grant jumped over the log with the two kids, and they watched the Tyrannosaurus Rex hunt a Gallimimus, and she's just looking at me like, oh, that's sick. We get up and stop for a photo op at one of the photo op spots, and the tour guide sitting here. There's a minute 37 that was shot where we're standing right now in the Jurassic Park. That scene, if you guys don't know, is the one where the doctor and the kids jump over the log, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex scene where it picks off a Gallimimus. And I look over at Charo like, yo, your boy is a fucking encyclopedia when it comes to Jurassic Park. But I was on cloud nine, like just strolling around, seeing there's a lot of movie sets that are shot out there, TV shows. It's like, it's incredible. They bought that land for like $14,000 total. And I forget how many acres are out there. I want to say it might be, I don't want to fucking butcher this. Remember last time we did the bull, how much sand it took to cover the PBR, and I was way off. But I want to say maybe 140 something acres are out there. And they bought it like generations. There's like 8 generations of families that own this land. And there's no commercial, there's no ABC stores on it. There's no commercial spaces on it. It's just preserving the land. And they bought it for 14,000. And she's like, if you just carve a circle around where you're standing, you're probably standing on just 10 grand in per square foot now. But it's insane. And then I got to thinking, like, if you've watched Yellowstone, I'm like, I wonder if they got like a Yellowstone situation going on to where commercials trying to come in and buy it and take over. And there's like a war going on that we don't know about. Somebody's dying right now. And we're just enjoying the view, looking at the Jurassic Park scenes. But Hawaii was awesome. We also did, we went to a local beach. We went to like a beach town, got some fresh food. I got the poke trio, got some fresh ahi tuna, sat on a local beach, did all that stuff. The resort, phenomenal. 4 Seasons, not to flex, but also to flex. But Hawaii was a great time, man. The shittiest part was obviously traveling. What is it? What is it, Jack?
No, we're just fucking around.
But it was incredible. It is good to be back. There's a lot going on with Bussin' with the Boys. You guys are just back there laughing and touching each other. And I want to know, I want to be on the inside joke. But you guys mind to share with the class?
Basically, what just happened was you were talking, we deflected, then I flipped the camera back to me and I said, gay. And then I just let it go.
All right, I'm glad I knew that. Can I proceed?
Floor is yours.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Hawaii was a good time though. The shittiest part I was saying was traveling there and back. It was like 10 hours, 11 hours of travel time. We had like a 3-hour layover in Vegas. But there's a lot going on, so I'm stoked to be back. The boys, there's some movement happening at Bussin HQ right now. A lot to be optimistic about. We'll just say that. And also with that, there is our first Titans home game this Saturday, which Jack, are you going to be at?
Yeah,
I figured you would be.
Garrett, are you? Okay.
You going to be hammered?
I mean, maybe. Depends on the score.
Depends on the score. It's so funny how serious you took the first preseason game.
It wasn't I was taking it serious. I'm just excited for football to be back.
The juices are back, huh?
After like a quarter and a half, it was more or less just like, all right, well, it's
you kind of reel in your emotion and you're like, okay, why am I?
I think everyone gets like one or two like tweets. You're like, yeah, fuck yeah, football's back. But then after like the second preseason game, you're like, dude, we still got 2 more weeks. Like preseason's kind of bullshit, and I'll die on that hill. But it's necessary.
Hang on. Why do you gotta say preseason's bullshit and you'll die on that hill? Like
because I respect the grinders out there, like the undrafted cats who preseason is the only way they're gonna be able to prove if they get.
So you're directly talking to me when you're saying I think preseason's bullshit?
Bro.
Fact.
No.
Because you can say your piece, like you can say your opinion.
As a fan, like we just want football. It's selfish. It's selfish for us to just want the game, but.
You're ready for the competition. You're ready for it to mean something.
Yeah, I'm ready for guys to be just bashing heads.
But what you don't understand is it means the most to some.
But that's why I'm giving my respect, because I'm saying it's bullshit for like the fan perspective. For the player perspective, it's everything. It's those guys who get that shot, the opportunity. The Aiden Hutchinsons, even though he's definitely making that 53. But
Aiden Hutchinsons.
But the Hard Knocks has been hitting, man. I swear Motor City might be the new
dude. Hard Knocks is fire. Like Dan Campbell, juicy, bro. You never know. You're 10.
Oh.
But yeah, you said I'll die on that hill. Like there was no other. Like then when you went back and said I shout out to the guys where it means something.
I've never been competing for a 53-man spot, but if I in some other universe where I am and most likely making it, yeah, I would not down that hill. Preseason's everything.
Yeah, preseason's everything, bro. We're close. We're close to I see intern update. Like we're close to hiring a couple people, bringing them on staff. They'll be embedded into this culture that we have that is crisp, that operates at a high level. That you're not gonna find this anywhere else. Maybe Google. Maybe Facebook. Maybe. That's a big maybe. We have Preston Smith and AJ Dillon. That pod dropping today. It's a phenomenal podcast. Packer training camp. Us going out there. That's what we're going to 2 a week. So if you're listening right now, be fired up because we're dropping 2 episodes a week for the next few weeks. Tuesday and Thursday. You can get them here. Bussin' with the Boys. Subscribe. Apple, Spotify. Take a moment right now just to make sure you're subscribed and downloading the pods. If you're watching on YouTube, for the love of God, hit the subscribe button. We would be forever thankful and indebted to you. But we got some banger pods coming up. We got Preston Smith and AJ Dillon. Then next Tuesday, we're rolling out Coach LaFleur and Bisaccia. Incredible podcast. The next Thursday is
Rob and Bach.
David Bakhtiari and Rob Tunyon helps co-host. Another high energy podcast. And then the following Tuesday, Big 12. We got a white whale, and again, I will continue to double down on. I hated that we only had an allotted amount of time because I've heard some pods out there, and like there's plays you want back, and that I think on that I'm like, I wish I would have worded it this way or pivoted this way. But a lot of good pods coming up. The Preston Smith and AJ Dillon one, you guys will obviously get into it. Before I talk a little bit more on that, there's merch coming out. On August 25th, we are doing our football drop. Hats, what you see I'm wearing right now, which is I look fucking incredible. I just got some new dunks, so I had to rock an entire fit top to bottom. I couldn't wait to do it. I was like a kid on his first day of school, like laying out what I wanted to wear to work today. The dunks and the high socks. We got the black shorts on to go with this Vegas Raiders tee, Las Vegas Raiders tee. This is our football merch for the boys in silver and black. You're seeing me wear the hat, go with it. This fit is available on August 25th. It's great to be a Titans fan. Obviously the boys. It's great to be a Nebraska fan. We got Nebraska merch dropping. Michigan, we got those dropping. We're working on a Green Bay tee. We have hats that go with the Titans gear, that go with the Titans shirt. We have hats that go with the Nebraska shirt that's dropping. That you see here, this theme, if you're watching on this podcast, which I hope everybody is. But you'll be able to get all that on August 25th. This is stocks rising season. Now that I'm seeing you wear that orange shirt too, Jack, we need to probably get on a Tennessee Vols one because obviously we had a lot of people that I think they outperformed Michigan.
Well, they did for sure.
I was gonna say I think they outperformed Michigan's fan base last year. But again, okay, cool. And again, if you guys are listening and you guys are in another fan base listening to this, all you got to do, the cry, the demand has got to be loud on social media. We'll make a mock-up. I'll drop the mock-up. The retweets, the engagement is going to be my proof in the pudding to go to Barstool and let them know, hey, we got to make it for this fan base, whether it's Chicago, Chiefs, who else? The Colts, just to throw in some rivalry right there. But anybody, because we want everybody to rep their boys, whatever colors they're wearing. But this merch is fire. The Tennessee Titans one from a couple years back was a big hitter, so we're bringing that concept back with the fucking lightning and the big logo. So it's sick. All that again, August 25th, you'll be able to find it there. And now, hey, for our favorite segment of the week, boys, our shout out, no free shout out segment of the week. You guys had a great one last week. Jack, I love that you read my not last week, 2 days ago, because we're dropping 2 a week. You reading my peeing in the water. I think I really enjoyed it because I clearly texted that to you right after I pissed in the water.
We saw a guy and I want to take a photo of him. What was it, the concert, Red Hot? Yeah, his hat said, I piss in pools. Oh, yeah. And man, would that be a fire line of merch?
Man, wouldn't that be a fire line of merch? I remember bringing that question up to the boys when we were in the hot tub before practice one day. And so, a couple, it didn't go well. Like everybody was like, what the fuck, huh?
Not the right setting.
Yeah, it wasn't the right setting. But at the same time, like, guys, let's be real. You're all fucking lying. I did it like standing right there with them.
Right, as you're peeing.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys pissing with me right now?
A little eye roll.
I feel a couple streams.
Yeah. And everybody freaks out. It's like, guys, there's chemicals in here that kills all of our body hair off of our body by wintertime. Like if you're like going in the cold tub and the hot tub, all the chemicals that are in it in the facility, by December, bro, like your hair is basically fried off of your body. So it's like, I'm sitting there, what are we upset about? Like there's enough chemicals in here. I already went on that little tangent. I don't know, but they're fucking... You know how it is. Yeah, like the chlorine and shit.
Dude, what a lie, though, that everyone's parents told them that if you pee in the pool, that it's going to turn a different color.
Yes.
It worked for a long enough time.
Yeah.
Until your one friend risked it and was like, yeah, it's not true. How do you know?
Boys, I found a hack. We interrupt this episode to bring you the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, the Game Time app. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest prices. Again, the first Titans home opener is on Saturday. Check out the Game Time app. You're going to get the lowest prices available. Yes, it might be a preseason game, so you might get them for $1. Who knows? But the season's coming up. If you're a Nebraska fan, you're going to Dublin. Start getting prepared for that game in Ireland by checking out the Game Time app. All of your best games, all the lowest prices, guaranteed. Which NFL stadium is the best to play in and which is the best to watch as a fan? Discuss. Personally, the best stadium that I've played in the NFL. In college, it's a no-brainer. It's Nebraska. It's all day. It's every day. That's the best stadium. In the NFL, dude, playing at Seattle was dope, and in a primetime game in Kansas City. As going to you know what? Even Philly. So Seattle and KC are both known for their loud crowds and everything else. So I'll throw in a couple that I've enjoyed in my career. Philly, when you're going into their stadium and they absolutely hate you, they get rowdy, bro. That is probably my favorite game as an opponent to go play in. As far as like witnessing the crowd at an away game, the Chiefs in Seattle is really cool. And then as far as home crowd atmosphere, dude, that atmosphere at the Chargers game in Las Vegas, like it's like a club. Like I've said in past episodes, I came out at halftime and Lil Jon is performing shots. And lights are going off everywhere. Everyone's getting rowdy. Some female parts are slipping out of tops. I swear, bro, it's insane. The biggest last minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code BUSSIN, BUSSIN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, of course. Download Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Back to the episode. JP, start us off, brother. Our shout out, no free shout out segment of the week. JP Hovey.
Yes, sir. Kind of going off of
that.
Well, now I gotta save that one now. No, going off of the peeing. My shout out, no free shout out. Goes to when you're holding it in on long travels and you just feel that bladder pumping and then you make it into the stall and you just drain the main vein. So
Dude.
Shout out, no free shout out to draining the main vein when you really have to go.
Yes, bro.
As Jack would say, it's spiritual.
It is.
Yes, bro. That's a good one. I was thinking about using that one. I'm so glad I didn't. There's another one in there that I'm using. I thought you were gonna go to. But in the Omaha airport, there was, I bet I could find it on Twitter if I just took a couple seconds. But I want to say my record is 1:40 something in gate C2 over in the Omaha airport. And I'll be able to find it, but I agree with you, bro. Like when you're struggling as they're, what is it, cabbing the plane, taxiing the plane, and you're just like, yo, we have got to get off this fucking plane. Like I made the decision to not get up and pee because I thought I could hold it. Now I can't. Right. Bladder's full, and you just, yeah, man, it's spiritual.
Yeah,
I fuck heavy with that shout out. I'm sure all the fellas do around the world.
And girls too, I'm sure.
Yeah. We don't know, but we can assume. We can only speak for ourselves.
True.
Jack, brother, give us something. I know you got something brewing. And I fucked with your sauna steam room shout out too, by the way. And the old men.
Yeah. Well, okay, all right.
Yeah, especially the old men.
So we're nearing down the days of summer. And there is truly nothing I love more in this world than like a really good thunderstorm. And here in Nashville, you get about average one a day now. They come right around like 3:30 to 5:30. It looks like the end of the world. And then about right around sunset, it clears up. But my shout out, no free shout out, goes to not just storms in general, but those summer storms, that late afternoon hotspot, might be a little lightning, a little thunder. You know, maybe you had a long day, you catch like a 20-minute nap in, wake up, it's still drizzling. I mean, come on. That summer storm, it hits so hard.
That's a really good one, bro.
So yeah, shout out to the summer
I like
thunder.
that one a lot. Both of you guys has said, you guys, Jack, yours was a recent thought. I want to say I might have thought about that one, just a fleeting thought in my head of a shout out, but you guys saying those two shout outs, I feel like you guys are speaking. Can we get a golf clap for the summer showers?
Well, with the summer storm too, when it ends, if it ends in enough time, the sunset afterward is always banging. Always
banging, but I like staying. I wish the moment of shit, something got my eye.
Huh?
No, I just start.
I love those stories,
just start crying. It's just something about the moment that you wish would last forever. When you're, like you said, you're gonna be like, I might fall asleep because I ain't got nothing to do, and
couch now.
I want to take the rest of time off and just enjoy this and sit in this. But yeah, man, that was a good one.
It's funny you should say take the rest of the time off, because my shout out, no free shout out, is it's going along something that just happened recently. JP, Jack, did y'all have a good weekend?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, JP, what'd you do this weekend?
How many times?
Oh my God. This weekend, I Went to a tennis tournament with my girlfriend. Saw some old friends, and it was just a stress-free weekend. And one of the best weekends I've had all summer.
Yeah, Jack, do you have a good weekend?
Yeah, great weekend. Saw Red Hot Chili Peppers with G. I mean, stress free. It was great.
Will, do you have a good weekend?
I've had a great last week. Yes.
Yeah, last week.
But yeah, weekend for sure. You want weekend in particular?
No, the week was perfect.
Yes.
My shout out, no free shout out, is when your boss goes out of town. And you just have that fire weekend. Obviously, the boys had a good one. It's the calm before the storm football season. So half thank you, half shout out, no free shout outs when your boss goes out of town.
Damn, it's like a backhanded compliment type of deal right there. Listen, I appreciate that shout out. And I hope in due time you guys can grow to like me.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Oh yeah, he's rattled.
No, I forgot.
What?
Oh.
Hey, we gotta start doing that. How Bach does the.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a giggle fest, bro. Where was I? My shout out, no free shout outs.
Shout out.
Yeah, no, there's kind of a couple things in this.
Honorable mention.
Just adding my own element. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'm going to shout out. And here's what I'm going to throw on board. Like, here's what I'm going to piggyback with it too. Jack, dude, what do we need to pause for? You have something you want to share with the class?
No, we're good. We're back here working, grinding. But continue.
About to rage quit the pod.
Oh, dude, my shout out, no free shout out goes to when you wake up in the middle of the night. It's late. It's like late at night. It's probably around that 3 or 4 slot when you wake up to take a piss. You wander in there. You don't want to turn any lights on, and you try to use whatever window lighting or anything outside to figure out where the toilet is. And when you're able to aim right, and you know you're hitting the toilet, and you're not splattering everywhere.
Yes.
And what I'm going to add, my piggyback off of that, is when you're walking and you're stiffed up, you're rocked up, and you gotta lean against the wall, and you're fighting through adversity, and you think to yourself, if my girl only knew what we had to go through in the middle of the night, trying to aim this down, not turning on any lights, and you still aim correctly, you hear the water splatter. You're not hitting the rim, because sometimes when you start hearing that splash on the rim or the toilet seat, you either choke it out or you try to like move it around. You start to scramble a little bit. What?
Hey, what? Choke it out.
You just try to stop it real quick. Like you try to grab it.
You don't got to be aggressive like that. You can just stop peeing.
Nah, you can just pinch it off.
Yes.
I got to grab that motherfucker.
Hey, tell me how you grab it.
With the mic moved and everything. But that's my shout out. No for shout out is yeah. How would you particularly
Grip strength.
Like,
Jesus. Aiming correctly.
Having good aim in the middle of the night.
There you go. Having good aim, peeing in the middle of the night. That's my shout out. No for shout out of the week. With all of that said, I think that was a phenomenal segment, boys. I think a lot of people out there are just fucking pounding their desk right now, and everybody's asking like, well, what's going on? Something with work? And you're like, no, I'm just listening to a gym right now. These boys are dropping music to my ears. Now we're going to get on to the Preston Smith and AJ Dillon podcast. Phenomenal podcast. We started off with Preston Smith. What else did we talk about?
We talked about going from Washington to Green Bay. and how he's like kind of being a leader now. And we talked about his worst play.
Yeah, we got
Washington.
to talk about that worst play that he had that got spotlighted in a defensive meeting.
Yeah.
To which I don't know if he fully grew from it because he still blamed me in that situation. I thought my teammates would make the tackle. But this pod, especially with Preston, and then AJ comes in, our tier talk is over sauces. AJ talks about that scuffle when he, about got put down and thrown in jail for engaging with fans, but he talks about the context of that entire situation. We talked about him being the quad god, the Quadfather, content he's making. But this pod with these two is about as alive of a locker room vibe as you'll get. This is an episode where the locker room is like at its purest form. And so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, if you're watching right now, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to us, make sure it's downloaded on your phone. Subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Have a phenomenal weekend. And as always, big hugs, tiny kisses. We haven't seen each other in a while. Don't say anything. I miss you, bro. I really did.
I'm happy you're doing your thing, man.
I love it every time I see Preston Smith comment on a post.
Really?
Yeah, it fires me up every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
We're good.
Are we going? We're already recording. Did you guys already get that special moment?
Yeah.
He said he missed me. I said I missed him too.
Little bromance.
So Preston, what year did you come into the league?
15.
Preston came in 15, drafted to Washington when that was Keenan and Perry still the starters at first?
Yep.
And then my young self made my way in there. That's when I started poking my head in. But Preston and I played together back in the day. Back in my day, when I was at my prime, I was asking Preston, like, Jason Hatcher, legend, shout out the boy Jason Hatcher. He would always come up to me in the huddle and say, like, remind me, what would Sean Lee do? Like, what? Because he played with Sean Lee. So I was asking Preston, my question to Preston is, do you go to the linebackers now and say, hey, this is what the OG comp used to do? Like, you got to ask yourself, what would Will Compton do? Do you do that? You do that with Campbell and everybody you've played with since me?
No, that's such a big stand. That's just a big standard to compare guys to. Such the legend Will Compton, man.
Am I the greatest linebacker you've ever played with?
Greatest white linebacker I ever played with.
That's saying a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, I ain't played with many.
Right, because they're not a lot make it to the league.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So now
dying breed.
You already pressed the bar for the next
right
next white linebacker I play with.
So Preston, like, you remember your nickname?
No, what was it?
Yeah, you do. To the coaches. To KO, what would KO say to you in film?
Stop oozing off the ball.
Oozing. He was the fucking ooze man, dude. You were a second round pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, fucking monster. He got number one. That big shout out to his second contract. You signed big, that's when you left Washington, came to Green Bay. Everybody's always stoked when the boys get paid. But your whole stitch when you're there, like, the potential, clear as day.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you get this dude to stop oozing through plays? Whether it was, you hate to say like effort and shit like that, but like you would feel your way through situations. Or I'm thinking right now, what was the worst play you think you put on tape in Washington?
It was the game against the Saints.
Yes, sir.
Mark Ingram had bust that long run because I trusted my teammates to make the tackle. They didn't while I was pursuing the ball. Next thing you know, a long run broke out and I got called down.
You didn't end up with the worst feeling?
Yeah, definitely was. I never let it happen again though.
Yeah, because you like remember shit like that. But like, yeah, he's right. Like the guy should have made the tackle before him, and he's swarming just to like naturally swarm to the ball. Yeah. And when it broke out, Preston's close enough to get him. And it was kind of one of those, oh shit, you have to like change speeds. That's what they call a loaf. And I'll never forget that moment in the meeting too, because it's not like I'm sitting there like this motherfucker Preston, but it's one of those things where you felt like it was like a shift in something with him, because that was always the thing. It's like, bro, at some point you're going to get beat by oozing your way through this, whether it's in practice or something else. And then it showed up in the game. And you felt like that was like a turning point for you mentally? Yeah,
because like, just finish through the play until the whistle is blown and make sure that I never ooze to the ball again. And just next thing you got to make sure that, you got to make sure the guy's on the ground before you stop running to the, before the play is over.
No doubt. Yeah. And now you're fucking here. What's it been like playing at Green Bay?
Man, it's been awesome, man. I think just taking all that knowledge from my rookie year into the year I got paid and came here, just like seeing all the chaos in Washington when we was there and knowing what it takes to be a good leader and bad leaders and what you want when it's your time to lead. just getting here and trying to set a new standard because there was a lot of young guys when I got here. So trying to set a new standard for what, and trying to set a new standard and trying to be an example for these younger guys. That's was my main focus when I got here. And ever since then, guys been turned up and we just been playing a high level, and just the standard around here now is just play at a high level. And we expect that from the top to the bottom.
How different are the organizations?
Man, Green Bay is top tier. I love it here.
Isn't it interesting, because Washington was my first team in the league too. And when you first get to the league, the shock factor is you go from college being, everybody holds your hand in college, the facilities are nice and everything else. Then you get to the league, and kind of the shock factor is how NFL teams, their facilities are a lot different than college. You're kind of like, okay, money goes into our pockets versus the facilities. Yeah. But all I had tasted until I went somewhere else was Washington. Yeah. And then all you had tasted until you got to Green Bay was Washington. Like, isn't it nuts how different organizations can be run?
Definitely. It's all about, seeing how the organization cares for the players. But, Green Bay doesn't have an owner. So
the fans are the owners.
Yeah, the fans are the owner, but the money that, normally going to an owner's pocket goes back into the facility. Like, a lot of that money goes back into the facility and changing the facility around to make sure it's catered to what the players want and make sure the players have a great feeling while they're in the building.
Yeah, money, Dan Snyder, the money's going into his pocket.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was interesting. If you don't want to speak a whole lot on it, it's fine. But I know it's something that I talk on. Like, it was very drastic. Like, I loved my time in Washington. I really did. Like, I love that locker room. I miss that locker room as much as any locker room I've ever been in. Probably the most. The only thing that holds me back is knowing, like, damn, this shit was so much different culturally. Yeah. Not like within the players. Like, yeah, we had our mishaps and things that we should have figured out. Stuff that I look back on, and I hate that I was a young guy. Like, I feel like the undrafted mindset of becoming the starter captain. Like, there was like a man, I don't feel like, see something, say something, like, speak up even more. Like, I didn't have the pedigree that backed me up to say something to guys, even though guys respected me and everything else. But there's stuff I look back and I'm like, man, I wish I would have done it this way differently, or spoke up in this moment, because we're all trying to police ourselves a little bit. But outside of the locker room and like outside of the team, or outside of like the football foundation of the guys and the coaches, the shit was a little chaotic.
Yeah, and I guess
from that media market to like a different one to where it's like
they're more about ball. From the time I walked in, it was, D Hall. We had 3 double-digit veterans on the defense, and it was a lot of older guys opposed to being on the team with a lot of younger guys. So you kind of expected to be a lot more structured and a lot of less chaotic, because like, okay, the older guys can speak up and try to help fix the thing and mend things in the locker room and on the team with the coach and stuff. But I just think, it was a lot of people that wasn't on the same page, and it's just a lot of chaos because, it wasn't no structure and of people doing things the right way, or trying to find a way to make things better and cordial for everybody.
You miss it's Zadarius, right?
Yeah.
You miss Zadarius?
Yeah, man, Z's my boy, man. I tell everybody, I knew Z before we got to Green Bay.
And for everybody listening, it's Darius Smith, Preston Smith. They're known as the Smith brothers. Like, you guys were the duo in Green Bay. It seemed like you guys loved playing with each other. Like, whoever got a sack, it didn't matter. You guys are celebrating to the top. He obviously signed elsewhere and didn't come back here. Yeah. So that's why I asked him if he misses Z, because you guys seemed to have a shitload of fun together.
Yeah, man, Z's a op now. He's with the Vikings, but. So I guess
Z's an op now.
He's an op now. But that's my bro, man. But I knew Z since 2013. When he was out of JUCO, he came on a visit to Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. That's when I first met him. Then he ended up going to Kentucky. I never lost to Kentucky since I was in college. And Z was a part of those two losses to Mississippi State while he was there. He couldn't do nothing to help them win. But, now he's on another team. We played with each other. I had a lot of fun with Z. That's my bro. We still talk to each other. We still message back and forth, and we keep in contact. And we still talk trash to each other.
We got a photo we would like to show you. Can we type in Preston Smith? You know what to do, Jack. We have a photo we would like your opinion on. Don't say anything until you see it. Just whisper to him, JP. He already kind of knows it. Oh, shit. Are we able to crop the photo in even if we're just talking about it? Like, go back and do it? So you have this photo of yourself. I'll pull it up and just show you on my phone, where it was tattoo season.
Man, what year was this? Yeah, I got my whole front done.
Oh, here we go. So, here we go. Would you like to explain yourself in this photo? Snapchat?
All right.
From 13 hours ago?
That was not 13 hours ago. It definitely was a while ago because I had definitely had my stomach done now. That was a young bachelor in Washington. I was thirst trapping, what they call thirst trapping.
I appreciate the accountability and awareness about it.
Yeah, you know, because, you know, I'm married now, so it wasn't 13 hours ago. And I was just thirst trapping. You know, I was trying to see what, you know, I was throwing little breadcrumbs, trying to see what kind of fish I was gonna get on the hook.
Is that the look that you got to go with? That's the light skin look everybody talks about.
That's the light skin eyes right there, man. I was trying to catfish, see what kind of attention I can get. You know,
that's accountability.
That is accountability. I actually really love that he spoke on it like that.
Yeah, I got to own up to
It'll
the
bullshit. It'll be a good clip for us, for your teammates out there too, to have one day.
Yeah, man, it's nothing wrong with you know, out there thirst trapping them.
Throw the bait out there, see what happens.
Throw the bait out, see what you can hook a reel in.
Dog, I was always notorious for it. Clearly, Preston and I had him on Snapchat, but anytime one of the boys had something out there and I could make fun of it, burst off my own insecurities, I was doing it. Like, damn, Preston could do that. I probably can't pull this off.
And he would drop it. And he would drop in the group chat. So now everybody laughs about it.
What else you want to accomplish, man?
Man, of course I want to win a Super Bowl.
That's for sure.
And what is everybody's goal?
Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, like obviously you want to do that stuff. You're gonna say the right stuff, but like, how do you sit back and continue to like keep yourself motivated? Because I only knew the young Preston, man. Now you're the money guy. You seem to be the money guy, even when you're a rookie, wearing all the designer shit and everything that we would joke on you for. You dress like a DB. But what keeps you motivated? Like what else you still want to accomplish?
Man, I still I was so close in 2019 to getting a Pro Bowl. I still want to be a Pro Bowler. I want to get all pro. But mainly all that can be accomplished by just being the best teammate. You know, make sure that I'm out there on the field playing my best and make sure I'm putting my team in position to be successful. So all that happened when I was just going out there playing hard, trying to do whatever it takes for the team, and all the rest falls into part, you know, because if I'm playing hard, then the quarterback's not holding the ball. He's throwing the ball that he doesn't want to throw, and then the DBs are breaking up PBUs or intercepting. Then after a while, no quarterback wants to have bad stats, so now they got to hold the ball to not throw interceptions, so that helps me get sacks.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to be the best teammate I can be, and I just want to reach all-pro and become a Pro Bowler in this league. I'm going to be a first-team all-pro, not second-team.
I love that. What's it like playing with 12?
Man,
Aaron Rodgers.
So, you know, of course, in the film breakdown, it's crazy. Like, I was telling guys, I was like, the film, you know, when you play on another team and then you have those defensive personnel meetings and they break down the film on the guy you're playing.
Yeah.
I was a bunch of bullshit. And then now you're on the team with a guy and it's like, no matter what, you're amazed more because we was playing Washington one year and they was talking about he was hurt. He came out there and torched us, but we still won though. I remind you.
Did win. That was the one where the fumble recovery I posted not too long ago.
Yeah, so we still won, but you know, they would just say, "Oh, he's not, you know, this day he's not as mobile as he used to," and he go out there and break scrambles and you know for first downs, and he's still an amazing quarterback. Then when you're on the team, I'm still amazed because you see more amazing throws in practice than you do in the game, and it's like I caught myself looking at him from individual one time make a throw, and I was like, glad to be on this guy's team.
Dog, I bet, bro.
Yeah.
Playing with also Joe B, another familiar face. What's it like playing for him the second time around as a coordinator?
Man, I just think going from that young guy to the older guy is better communication. And Joe B was always a great coach for us. He was easy to talk to and work
Very
with.
Intense, loved it, passionate. Yeah. What's up, stud?
Yeah.
Wearing the J's.
He always want to hear what you got to say as a player, like what you feel like can help you be successful. And Joe B's all about player success. He wants you to be in position to make plays, and he wants to hear what you feel like and help you be in position to make plays. And he'll try to help as best he can to put you in those positions and put a lot of guys in that position. That's why I feel like he's a big asset to this team and his defense because we got a lot of weapons and we got a lot of talent on our defense that when he hears how guys want to be put in position to make plays and everybody has this idea of how we can all be in position to make plays and we go out there and run those plays, you see a lot of success from our defense. And I just love playing with Joe B. And he's just a great guy that understands his players and what he has.
I see you're a lot more well-spoken now than back in the day.
A lot of interviews since
back
day one.
Yeah, you've grown since you were legit.
Yeah.
Do we have any tier talk? You see me just trying to speak cultured. Do we have any tier talk we should do? Like anything fun that we should hit with Preston? Because Preston's one of the boys. We interrupt this episode to bring you another proud sponsor of Bussin' with the Boys, and that is Revitalite, an advanced rehydration solution designed to replenish vital fluids and minerals. The reason you see this bad boy down is because I'm, of course, recovering from the trip back from Hawaii. The boys getting some cocktails on the flight. I knew I needed Revitalite right there in my backpack to help rehydrate the boy. It's powered by the same electrolyte formula found in the baby owl, but with an improved taste and texture more appealing to the adult fellas and ladies out there. Revitalite is conveniently sold next to beer, wine, and liquor, so you can shop like an adult and hydrate responsibly. Barstool Black Label, the berry frost flavor. Pro tip, drink half at night before you indulge. Potentially, I'm not going to say that. Drink half at night and the other half in the morning for optimal results. Pick up your Revitalite Black Label today in store or online at the Barstool store, and tweet at us or tag at Drink Revitalite in your morning after stories. Revitalite, a proud sponsor of Bussin' with the Boys. Back to the episode. Best fast food sauces. All right.
Oh man,
Best
okay.
fast food. And you've seen the clips. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You tier them. 1's the best. 3 is not the worst, but your top 3. 3, 2. Start at 3, 3, 2, 1.
So we can do best barbecue sauces.
If it's a fast food,
Yeah, best.
if you're like Wendy's barbecue sauce is your tier 1, and then you can choose any fast food sauce, but you can do all 3 barbecue sauces. I think that you would get crucified for that, but it's your tier talk.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I think the best barbecue sauce.
Your tier 3. Start at number 3, and then work your way up. Yes.
Chick-fil-A. Tier.
Explain it.
They have some very good, barbecue sauce. I would prefer it, but I mean, I never go there and get barbecue sauce. I get
So out of all the sauces, ranch, honey mustard, Polynesian,
oh, so we just gonna all right,
sweet
all
and
of them.
sour, any sauce
Okay.
in the fast food game.
I'm a spicy guy, but all right, tier.
Come on in.
I can
This door's locked. They keep thinking on it
All right, but
because AJ can join us on this one. Yeah. What's up, legend?
How we doing?
Quadzilla.
what's up, baller? Superstar.
What's going on, guys?
Before you sit down, could you just lift yours and show that camera your quads?
So tier 3, we gonna go with
Hang on. Well, I'll loft this up to AJ too since he's joining us. So what we're doing, AJ, and I'm glad you're here. We're doing our tier talk on the best fast food sauces.
Ooh.
Preston's gonna go first, so you have time to think about it. But any sauce, we're talking sweet and sours, Polynesian, ranch, barbecue, ketchup, whatever it is.
all right, I got mine.
The more specific you get, the better game you're playing.
How many tiers we got?
3 tiers.
Okay.
You're gonna start at 3 and obviously go up to 1, your best one. Preston's about to go. And
All right.
Preston, you have the floor.
We're gonna go tier 3, McDonald's barbecue sauce. It's like I feel like I can order fries from any store, fast food, but I really want McDonald's barbecue sauce with those fries. Tier 2,
So McDonald's barbecue sauce.
McDonald's barbecue sauce.
Get the tip closer to your lips.
All right, tier 2, we're gonna go with Wendy's ghost pepper ranch sauce, dipping sauce.
That's
Pretty
a good
good.
pick. That's a good pick.
It's like give you your hot, which at the same time is cooling it off, but it's pretty good.
You explained that well.
And then number 1, undefeated in my book, Chick-fil-A's Polynesian sauce.
I'll take that too.
Yeah,
That's a good pick.
yeah.
Any honorable mentions in there? Anybody you didn't show love to that you kind of feel bad about?
Honorable mention: Wendy's barbecue sauce is pretty good.
You're a barbecue sauce guy.
Barbecue sauce guy.
But that Polynesian takes the cake.
Yeah, I like the spicy.
Do y'all get Chick-fil-A after games, or what's the usual, like on the plane, what's the usual food you guys get?
Whatever they serve.
Okay.
Usually some bullshit, but whatever the opposing stadium gives us.
Okay. AJ.
Yeah.
Tier talk. Best fast food sauces. What do you got?
I'm gonna put Polynesian at 3. Polynesian at 3. I'm having a tough time with number 2, but I know my number 1. Number 2, I might do just Chick-fil-A sauce. I got it in, they sell the ones that you can put in the fridge now.
Yeah.
So I got one of those always in the fridge.
Yeah.
Number 1 is McDonald's Big Mac sauce.
Woo!
My go-to guilty pleasure McDonald's is double quarter pounder with cheese, and you add the Big Mac sauce to it. Undefeated. So
Did he just come up with the best?
it's the best ever.
The
I
best
haven't
list?
had that since college, though. I thought she was eating healthier than that. Now we're in the league.
It's the guilty pleasure one.
Doesn't feel good about his list. So he's like, I thought you eat healthy.
He gets a little fat.
Yeah.
If I eat that, I'm overweight for the week.
Oh my, dude, that might.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's a solid list. All right, I
Solid
think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go honorable mention to Chick-fil-A sauce. No. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You might as well just go from 3 to 1, then go to honorable mention. AJ, what's your honorable mention? You didn't get the honorable.
My honorable mention is gonna be Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm good with it. My tier 3 is gonna be cane sauce. Cane sauce is fire. It's the whole reason you go to Cane's is for the cane sauce. Those chicken tenders, the fries, the toast, all of it dipped in the cane sauce. My tier 2, or yeah. My tier 2 is, man, you killed it with that Big Mac sauce.
Being your own guy, man. You don't gotta worry about nobody else.
Well, I want to be, but sometimes I like switching it up. You know what I mean? Like I would like to say Big Mac sauce, but I think I just needed
The original, bro.
I'm still Polynesian, so it's all right.
Yeah, Polynesian's on there. My tier 2 is going to be
The dramatic pause.
so many things going on in my head. Jack in the Box Buttermilk Ranch. Jack in the Box Buttermilk Ranch for my tier 2. And my tier 1 is, I love Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. I think it's my personal god tier. I'm dipping my sandwich in it. I'm dipping my fries in it. I'm dipping everything in it. I'm pouring it in my
You
shake.
gotta pour it on your sandwich. Pull the bottom bun off, put it on there, close it.
And dip. I'm a big dipper.
If
Like
you
I'm
pour
a
enough
big
on there,
sauce
it's gonna be leaking. It's gonna be dripping.
It can leak,
Sauce.
but it's gonna be leaking as well because I dip it.
Then you scoop it up with the fries.
Yes. And then you're working every corner of that little.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing unturned.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about those lists?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think AJ takes that one too.
Big Mac
Very good
sauce,
draft
man.
by you.
Big Mac sauce.
I think I take last.
We can get that.
All right.
The buttermilk ranch threw me off. I feel like that's everywhere.
Yeah, but Jack in the
That
Box.
was a white answer.
Oh my god.
All right, now this is AJ Dillon segment. So you're co-hosting with me.
I'm gonna leave. I gotta go home to the newborn.
Okay, well now you want to leave.
Nah, fuck her. I keep you. You see how friends do it, man. You on a guilt trip? I'm gonna stay here with you for you, man. You want me to swap seats with AJ?
No, you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sound
Gotcha.
like me, like talking to my boys, convincing them to stay on the game. Come on. You want to play one more?
Yeah, fuck
work. Yeah.
Drink a little coffee, man. You good for work?
Like you're a kid, man. Like, aren't they sleeping?
Yeah.
God, you know I gotta hang out with the wifey.
Yeah. See you later tonight.
All right. I think what
Reminded
y'all.
me of my answer. Goddamn.
It's okay. Look,
Yeah.
don't feel no type of way because on my answer I said I'm letting them get shot in the head. Like, I don't care who it is. Like,
But he's not allowed to say that as he's surveying that up for
Yeah,
people because
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
obviously
I'm-
going to take that option.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm letting
That's,
them
like,
get
not
shot in the head.
fun.
I'm a little heartless.
I had that. I went around the entire locker room asking that question back in 2015, 16,
Yeah.
and Preston was like, "Oh, I'm not." He literally called his mom,
Yeah.
and his mom was like, "You better not be taking no
You better
dick
let
from
me
me."
die.
Yeah.
You said I said it's what my mom told me.
All right, I think what I'm curious about is what the locker room was like. What were the boys like? What was the days after the situation where the security guy put his hands on you in Lambeau? I think we're all curious about it. You've probably given the political answers to the media, but we need the locker room talk.
Yeah, now a lot of guys were just saying you're a lot better than me.
How'd you what fucking happened in that moment?
So I mean, we were up in my family has a suite, so we were up there and the rain delay started, and we were like up there drinking and stuff. You know, week before camp, got a one last hoorah, and I saw a bunch of fans like just down there still like rain's coming down, and they're going crazy, wilding out down there in the stands. I'm like, I look at my my brother-in-law, I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and get down there, let's go join the fans. So he ran down there. And we just started like the ole, 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 ole. And we started the chants and we're jumping around and stuff. And, I'm moving up to the front, right on the right on the fence there. And all the guys up in the front row, they're like, hey, you got to go down there. You got to go down there. And I'm like, all right. And so I asked the two security guards down there, I'm like, hey, can I jump down and just stay in this little section? Just show the people some love. And they're like, yeah. So they helped me down.
And these security guards know that you're AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're like,
like you're in your house.
They gave me their hands, helped me down, and jumped down there. And I'm starting to chant, high fiving people, and then I'm about to jump on my Lambeau leap, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoop! Like I felt like getting pulled back, and I honestly thought it was a fan, like it was down there. I was like, oh, somebody really wants to take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? And this guy's like, get up there, you're getting arrested. I'm like, all right, that was my plan. I was about to jump up. And then he pushed me. I was like, let me just get up out of this situation.
Was that a different security guard than the ones who let you on the field?
Yeah,
like,
the
were
people
the
who let
guys
me-
that let you trying to say like, oh, hey, he's good, man?
Yeah, I mean, there's a longer extended clip than that one. And the guys in like the poncho and the yellow, whatever, they had let me down. They're like, yeah, come on. But I mean, the long video, like I walked all the way over to the right, walked over to the left. Like I was down there for a minute. And I don't know. Guess he didn't get the memo.
How did you feel about it after it happened?
I honestly didn't even like think anything of it. After that happened, we went to every other section and like just kept it going and partied later that night. I didn't think anything of it till the next day.
And it's just going viral.
Yeah, my buddies are texting me. I'm like hungover, and my buddies are like, "Yo, what happened with that cop?" I'm like, "Cop? I didn't even see the inside of Lambeau." The hell? But
everyone's like, "Oh, why didn't you swing on him?"
Yeah, everyone's like, "Yeah, you should. If that was me, I would have punched him." I'm like,
dog.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Can't get banned from the stadium you're playing.
What would you have done, Preston? Here we go. Here they come.
Yeah.
Huh? You can hear.
You're right. I mean, I probably would have, out of reaction, somebody pulling you, you probably gonna look back, but the push was very unnecessary and absurd. Like I say, hey, okay, it's a misunderstanding. Hey, these guys let me down here, but the push is like, hey, okay, this is a chest poke out moment.
You would have had to square up.
I mean, square up, I would have had to deflate his chest for him. I mean, I play in the stadium on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays. So, I mean, I just can't let you just put your hand on me. I got kids. I got a family who's going to see this, and I can't go back home to them. Like,
I think what we're missing, though, is the vibe you were on. Like, you were in such, like...
I was in such a happy vibe, man.
Positive vibe that you thought it was a fan. You're like, oh, no. Okay, that's fine. I'm jumping back up here anyway.
That was my plan already.
AJ's a fan favorite, man. He's a great guy.
The thing that threw me off was I was already in the motion of jumping up. So, but
you would have fucking down at the ground and do your little thing.
I mean,
hey, the you can hear. I learned that from him. You know what else I learned from him? Don't be sorry. Be careful.
Got that from Friday After Next. That would.
Well, you shouldn't have said that because you would have had the credit.
Surprised we have no cheesesteaks in here, man.
I see. What'd you say?
Said I'm surprised we have no cheesesteaks in here. What's going on?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah. Well, I actually have a podcast I do with my brother-in-law, and we're planning on getting a bus. So
really?
Yeah, we're gonna do it in a bus. Thought it could be a cool idea.
Oh, you got copying?
No, I would never.
In the face, huh?
No, I would never. Just
on your show to steal your shit.
That was actually our idea, but it's
really
cool.
hiding in plain sight right in front of me. Yeah, we're gonna. He's like, we're gonna get a bus.
Yeah,
it's a great idea that you guys have this.
This is how it's supposed to look.
He's like, you mind if I take some photos? You said you and your brother?
Yeah.
You have because you do a lot of stuff. Like you engage on social media.
Yeah, I try to.
You utilize the branding.
Try to build the brand. Running back in the league. I know the reality. It's not that long of a, on paper, that long of a career. You got to build the brand now, and so people still, rock with you when you're done.
Yeah, explain that. If you want to elaborate more on that, like I'm a big believer in all that stuff. Like we have such a small window to obviously yeah, we get paid well in the NFL and everything else, but you get this small window where I always say the same fucking thing, that your jokes are funnier. You can shake everybody's hand. Like you can take advantage and build your brand like while you're in it, no matter how big of a star you are or not.
Yeah.
You have like access that everybody else doesn't. You would be, I think you're dumb if you don't take advantage of the window that you do have.
Absolutely.
Because when you're done, the logo's not going to make sure that you're taken care of afterwards. Like they'll probably check on you and just your coach, but nobody's going to give you a job.
No, I mean, I think, you got such a great opportunity, like network and like brand yourself as a person. And like something I've been trying to do is just like take myself outside of the helmet. So have people see me more as like me, the face, recognize the gap and, really understand like who I am. And so,
zoom in on the gap.
Yeah.
Hey, zoom in on the gap when you guys get an opportunity.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
It's okay. I mean, these guys, I don't know if these guys will do it, but Will, he didn't start off with the best smile either when I met him.
What do you mean they won't do it? They'll bring that shit up.
Because Will didn't start off with the best smile. He had his baby teeth. Now he got his grown up teeth. Yeah.
Veneers. These are veneers.
Yeah. He got his grown up teeth now.
You can type in my old smile. He goes, I don't know if these guys will do it. We brought up a photo of Preston earlier back when he was on Snapchat back in 15. Where he was like, he was throwing some bait out there for a thirst trap.
Oh, man.
He had one of these going on.
You got exposed?
Yeah.
Out there in the world?
It's his picture. He screenshotted my story
because he put it on Snapchat.
Hey,
no,
he sent it to me, bro.
I'm just trying to put the pieces together.
No, it was on my story.
Man.
It was on my story, as you can
Tattoo
see.
season.
And Will screenshotted my story, dropped it in a group message, and never deleted the photo out of his phone. So now he's walking around with this photo on his phone.
It's just on his favorites.
Well, now it's on Google.
He only has one thing in his favorites.
It's probably his favorites. He probably made me a catalog. This is Preston's album. Yeah.
What is his contact photo on your phone?
That. Yes, sir. See?
Man.
People know, bro. People know. So you saw my old grill. Have you ever thought about getting veneers, or are you going to let it ride out like that?
No, I'm going to just let it ride out. I thought about getting braces. I thought about getting some braces.
He can recover. He's not at a point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, I like it. I can squirt water through it. You can do some cool party tricks, so it's awesome. Yeah, I can.
You can squirt water through it.
He probably couldn't hold water in his mouth. Like everything fall out.
Glow
It'd
up.
be tough for you to do that tortilla challenge they got going.
What's the tortilla challenge?
You haven't seen the tortilla challenge? Oh,
Do it.
gotta do it. So you get you put water in your mouth and you take a tortilla and like you smack each other. Like somebody smacks somebody, you can't laugh, and like the first person to laugh. So like I saw Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah, you play paper scissors rock, and if you lose, the other person who wins get to
as
slap
hard
you in
as
the
you
face.
can. And like
Just open tortilla?
oh yeah, open tortilla right across
They
the
put
face.
the hand with another tortilla.
I would do that.
If
That'd
you
be
laugh,
fun.
they get to slap again.
Would you do it?
Not on camera.
No, you're still no fun, bro.
Because if I lose, I'm get mad.
Yeah, because you're,
I'm like, I'll just get slapped.
Oh,
sensitive.
there you go.
You're right.
So you're gonna do a podcast with your brother on a bus. You're probably gonna call it Bussin' with the Guys.
Bussin' with the Bros.
Yeah, Bussin' with the Bros. What else do you get into?
Yeah, video games. I'm always streaming. Sometimes when Preston wants to play with me, we play some COD. I've been into Tarkov lately. I got a PC, so I've been grinding the Tarkov. Just a little bit of everything. I'm on all socials, so I'm doing TikToks, making merch, just about anything.
Shout out your social. Where can we follow you?
The
There's a sick shirt.
Yeah, we got tune into Dillon's a podcast. We'll start it up again once the season comes around. We do one about each week, and it's just two guys shooting the shit.
Dude, I love the Quadfather, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Running over the mascots, is that something you think you want to get into in the future?
I was thinking about Benny the Bull from the Bulls. Obviously, the account tweeted at me after, and he said personally I wouldn't let that slide. So might have to get to a Bulls game at some point and show him what's up.
I think that's a move.
Yeah.
Like that's a move on YouTube or wherever you
That might be my
promote it
second
at.
career. I just run over mascots.
You travel, you travel to each mascot. You'll probably get VIP access to the games because you're doing it for content.
Exactly.
Build your channel, run over a mascot. It's like a theme. Everybody's like, oh, AJ Dillon's here. He's going to run over the fucking mascot.
And if they lose the Oklahoma drill, they got to just change their mascot to a big quad for the next game. That's
But
it.
for the next game, I think that's the key. Like, I think that could actually
bring
work.
it in our bus, you know, the whole suit, and then they can throw that on.
That's smart. My brain's rolling now.
With the logo.
That's a good idea.
With my logo.
The new Bussin episode.
Bussin' with the bros.
Bussin' with the bros. Bussin' with the quads. What's it like playing against AJ? You got anything for him, or you're co-hosting with me? Like,
Man,
you got
AJ has came a long way, man. I'm proud of him. You know, since he got here.
Uncle Preston.
Yeah, you know, Uncle Preston. But you know, ever since I seen AJ, it's just the progression, man, of him. You know, as a young guy, finding his way through the league, and then you know, he realized his quads were bigger than most guys were willing to tackle, and he just started running through guys. It's like on Space, and when they realized they was bigger, the Monstars, they was bigger than the guy that was bullying them, and they started beating him up. That was AJ. He realized his quads were bigger than most of the guys. He said, "Yeah, I'm just start running through these guys. It's pretty cool, man."
Are your quads bigger than Saquon Barkley's?
Biggest in the entire NFL.
Bar none.
Well, skill position wise, because I mean, you start bringing in linemen and stuff. I mean,
it could still be.
Yeah, I mean, they're up there, but yeah,
bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Saquon's my
you
guy.
Still does Preston still dress in like as he's like a DB or a wide receiver?
Oh, of course. You know he has.
You still wear the spike shoes?
The Louis Vuittons? No, I haven't worn that in a while.
Bro, he come in the locker room, tightest everything on, like 8 chains on him.
Yeah,
as a rookie.
You know he's got to have the skinny jeans. Skinny jeans with the wrist.
Skinny jeans
with the wrist.
They're not.
He's bringing them back.
They're not skinny. They're fitted jeans. They're tailored jeans. But I guess you know when you're from Nebraska.
Well, I'm from Missouri.
From Missouri. He's still one of those Midwestern country states, but you know he's used to wearing you know farmer jeans, Wranglers, like he's Brett Favre's boot cut with some
copper fit underneath,
with some tennis shoes.
The knee sleeve on. Yeah.
With some Vans or something. You know, he wears some tennis shoes. Like he got some all-purpose shoes. He would wear those with an outfit, his best outfit.
You saw I rock the Monarchs too. But yeah, you're right. I don't take it that serious. Like I think you could come up. You're about to bust out of them. You could say they're fitting, they're form fitting, but those are like you're trying to get in skinny.
Well, he's got the like elastic, stretchy material in it, so it's not like
exactly. So it stretches, it's not like tight.
I'm just glad you got the second contract to pay for it because when you were a rookie, I was like, he's just another one of them. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Nah, it ain't a white black thing.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What do you mean by that? But it's like, all right, he's gonna be. I mean, it's a real stat. 70% broke within 5 years.
I have a great financial advisor. He wouldn't let me. So everything.
Everybody says that.
It's
nobody in that locker room is gonna be like, I'm 7 out of the 10 that are gonna go broke. Everybody's gonna be like, I got a great guy in my ear.
I'm definitely not. But even then, like, so I would ask my financial advisor, like, hey, is it okay if I get this? And he would just give me a budget on what I can spend. So I have to live within that budget. If I want to splurge, I have to live within a certain budget for splurging.
So is your budget over fairly quickly because you hit the high end shit right away?
No, see, sometimes the numbers
like a closed budget. And
what's your closed budget? Give us one number. Give us a number.
All right, I have a monthly budget, right? I have a monthly budget. So it seems like I pay for a lot of expensive clothes, but I don't. I don't. See, that's the thing about being rich. People think everything you got is expensive. So I'll buy some like some $50 jeans or some $100 jeans.
I doubt it.
Couple $100 jeans.
I'm telling you. So look, all I do is I ask guys that are taller or a certain stature, hey, where do you get those jeans from? And they send me sites, or I ask, like my little brother, all the younger kids are bigger into fashion, so they send me jean website for college students. If they can buy it, I can afford it.
So what's your monthly budget?
On clothes or just period?
Both.
I don't want to disclose that.
How much of your monthly budget is clothes?
Yeah. Okay, let's say
if you were to put a percentage on the monthly budget, how much of that is clothes?
Like if I put a number, I probably say like each month, I probably spend like $500 to $1,000 on clothes. If I put no.
What's your budget on clothes?
All right, so if I say the whole season on clothes, I probably spend like $20,000 the whole season.
Yeah, there's 12 months in a year. If you go 1,000, that's 12.
I don't really.
But you're talking about a season 20. Like, let's just.
But I don't buy clothes in all seasons like that. It's always been season. I don't have to be nowhere. I'm never on camera like that.
What's the most when you got your second contract? What was the most expensive piece of jewelry you bought? How much was it?
That's a good question.
Because that's when it's like you got a second contract. Like you did. Like you get the splurge now.
I hear the $500 thing, but I've seen you rock some fits that's some bread right there.
You call him out.
The shoes about 1,000. The pants are about 1,000.
On game day, he ain't walking in with $500 clothes on.
Listen. All right, look. This seems crazy. Like I'm a bulk sprinter. Once I buy, like say I could have bought those clothes earlier in the
Costco
off
over here.
season.
Yeah.
I could have bought them early in the off season, so when the season happens, I don't have to buy
He
clothes.
buys in bulk.
Yeah, I buy
He
in
shops
bulk.
at Costco. He's like, I'll buy this
I
shit
buy
in
in
bulk.
bulk, you know, and after that, I just keep the clothes. So some of the clothes I have not worn
years
in the
ago.
past. And then plus, you know, when I was in Washington, you know, what the team was more big on was suits. So
Yeah.
I would buy a lot of clothes that I have old clothes I haven't worn. Then I have a lot of suits too.
Okay.
So like now when I got here, it was less suits, it was more clothes. So I just I haven't wore this.
20 grand on a season.
Yeah, probably 20 or less. I still have clothes from last year I haven't wore.
Yeah. I got that. Okay. Most expensive piece of jewelry you've bought. You've made a lot. You already alluded to it.
I didn't spend no
You've already
money.
alluded to you being rich. Like,
My expensive jewelry didn't come to this past contract.
This spider
that's
just,
fine. I already
I
set
lied
that
on
up.
last year. But
This spider just scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
That's got a couple
So
people.
the most expensive.
Piece of jewelry. And just fucking say it, dude. Like, you've gotten, how many, have you gotten a
Probably
third
my
contract?
chain. Yeah, I just got my
You just got extended again? Yeah. So you did it, bro.
So it's probably my logo chain, the PS. I was like over 100. I don't know the exact number. It was over 100.
Over 2?
Nah, under 2, over 100.
Over 150.
It was over 1, under 2.
All right. We can-
So over 150. What about you? Have you spent a lot of money on a piece of jewelry?
My not really. I guess my my wife's ring probably the most.
Nice.
Yeah.
A noble guy.
Yeah.
Me
I'm,
too.
Stop the gas.
Stop the cat. Now I'm not really too. I live out here year round. There's not really much like places to go and like rock nice.
You need to think about it.
Yeah, like I don't need to. Like I have a chain. I have like the piece that was like 40, but like there's nowhere to rock that. Like I'm not going to Kroll's down the road.
40's
Like,
not
wearing
40's not
That's
light.
exactly why I've saved so much money on clothes, because like
Yeah.
these guys can't.
Yeah.
They don't really dress like that on this team.
Yeah.
You know, in Washington, it was a fashion show, so you had.
Yeah. I mean, you got Trent Williams out there, number one.
Mm.
Yeah, D Hall with the suit.
D Hall.
You know, yeah. You got
Who would
There
you
were a
say
lot
is
of
the
guys out there.
biggest
D-Jack with the
competition?
jewelry.
Who would you say is your biggest competition for best dress on the team this year?
This year,
Yeah, this year.
MVS is gone, so
Who's NBS?
Marquez Valdez Scotland. He's with the Chief now.
Okay.
Nobody. Because Kenny think he could dress, but he can't really dress.
So who's your biggest competition this year?
I mean, the closest is you know, you got 1A, 1B. It's me 1A, me 1B, and it's Kenny after that.
Mm.
I mean, we got some new guys, so we're gonna kind of see how they dress this year.
So you think there's no
No count.
debate about it. You're the best dressed on the team.
Definitely.
All right.
And for under 20,000 too.
Apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, allegedly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're gonna take a break from this episode. Take a break with your belly laughs to talk about one of my favorite things in the world, and that is whiskey. This episode is brought to you by Whistle Pigs Piggyback 100% rye whiskey. Sometimes I like to kick back after a long week and pour myself a nice glass of whiskey, because why not? When I was in Hawaii, Oahu to be specific, they had on the menu in their cocktails, the whiskey that they used was Whistle Pigs Piggyback. The age 6 year, the age 10 year, and the 12 year, all on site, and I was absolutely juiced. My favorite go-to cocktail is the maple old fashioned that the staff out at the Whistle Pig Farm taught us to make. It's delicious, sweet, spicy, and just the perfect twist on a classic cocktail. How do you make yours? I make mine with Piggyback 100% rye whiskey. What I do want to say about this whole 100% rye whiskey deal is all you need to claim that you're a rye whiskey is at least 51% rye, and the rest is whatever it is. But all you need is 51% to claim that you're a rye. Whistle Pig is one of the very few brands that makes 100% rye whiskey. So if you're out there and you're like, oh, I'm a rye guy, I like this brand, there's some that I'm thinking of that I thought like, oh, I like their rye. And then come to find out they're like 56% rye, 74% rye. This shit, boys, is 100% rye whiskey. Get your own bottle at whistlepigwhiskey.com or at a local retailer. Trust the boys on this one. It's truly 100% the good shit. And also, we are going to be rolling out with a single barrel at some point in time. It's going to be this football season. Keep your eye out, but it's going to be in a bottle like this. You're going to see like a sticker that says Bussin selected this bottle. And I swear to God, dude, it is an absolute honor to drink this whiskey. It's like I've said it in the video in the past. It's like the vibe, the way it goes down your throat is like just relaxing in a hammock as it takes care of you all the way down the entire throat into your stomach with a nice little tingle at the very end to top it off. But yeah, whistlepigwhiskey.com. Back to the episode. What's the most you've splurged on?
Like clothes or
Anything.
probably
Splurge or
it's not
clothes
that
or
much
whatever.
money, but I've spent way too much money on video games, like PCs
That's what I was
and
thinking
monitors. I got like a whole setup, a whole room. I got like a $12,000 PC. I got like
Because that's like
4
I
monitors.
know you
I
spend a lot
got.
on jeans too.
I do. I actually just got some suits. I got some suits made because I don't fit in. My legs don't fit in. I'll
Did
be
a
wearing
suit company
skinny
come
jeans.
in and say, hey, we're going to make them specifically for you?
No.
If a suit brand was smart, or any
Absolutely,
clothing
yeah.
brand that would fit your quads,
Yeah.
that's what they got to be doing.
That's why I just wear shorts. As long as it's warm enough, I'm wearing shorts all the time. Just let the quads breathe. You got to free the quads, man.
Free the quads.
Exactly.
Do you like jeans?
Yeah, I like jeans.
Like, would you work with a jean brand?
I definitely work with a jean
Because if a
brand.
jean
or else
brand-
just start my own.
If a jean brand is out
You
there,
should. That'd be
No.
smart.
that would be smart.
Yeah.
But if a jean brand is out there that's stretchy enough,
Mm.
that could say like they can withstand
Ooh,
running over mascots with the Quadfather. That would be
that'd be
the
a good
sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's how we're proving it. Obviously, they're in every video.
Flexible,
Yeah.
breathable material.
Breathable. No
That'd be
ribs.
smart.
We're giving somebody a free
ribs.
game right now.
We've just ran 50 minutes. Anything else we need to hit?
The DMs are open.
Yeah.
So.
Anything else? There you go.
Yeah.
What's where can they find you at?
AJ Dillon 2 on Instagram and pretty much everything else.
Preston, where can they find you?
It's Preston Smith, Instagram.
I appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything else any kind of locker room talk we should hit before we continue to sweat together?
Nah.
My bus will have AC.
We have it up there, but the background noise.
Mm.
And we're gritty. We're a gritty.
No,
we're a gritty
absolutely.
podcast.
I believe
Sounds
it.
like you guys are gonna be bougie.
Well, pinkies up when we drink. Probably sparkling water.
Were you drafted?
Yeah.
Or
Second
second
round.
round?
Second round.
No disrespect, my fault.
Yeah. Boston College. Yeah. Roll
Ooh,
Eagles.
that's tough.
Roll Eagles.
And the ACC, I didn't know what conference they were in.
They're only famous for Luke Kuechly.
Yeah. Matt Ryan. Doug Flutie. Yeah. Some things.
Some things. Well, I appreciate you guys,
Yeah,
man.
no
This was
Problem, man.
fun.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah,
If we would have had a separate tier talk, I'm sure we would have done video games. I feel like that'd be a good one. But you're probably one of those cats that like you probably play games that the majority doesn't play.
Yeah, like my favorite game. I don't think many people play Tarkov.
Yeah, I didn't even know what
What is
that
that
was.
about?
It's like
Working
a
off with each other.
Tarking off. Bring that mic closer to your mouth. Oh man,
Say less. Yeah, what is Tarkov?
it's like kind of like one of those like survival games. So it's like if Call of Duty was like if you died, you lost all your shit. Like you go in there and like you go in there with like a full kit. You got to eat, you got to drink, and like you're out there. You can go out there with your boys, but there's no like little name tag up there. It's like hardcore. It's kind of like Rust, except like better graphics, more put together, and like so you go out there and like you can like be in this like open world for like 45 minutes, and there's like NPCs like computer players or like computer like AI, and then there's also like real players, and they'll shoot you, take all your shit, and then you have literally nothing when you go back. So it's a lot of fun. But
Like
that's
a scavenger game, basically.
It kind of sounds
it's
fun.
like a scavenger, but like it is like the point is to kill other people. So like, you want to kill people, you want to like level up, get your gear. It's
Just
just
sick, man.
every once in a while you
You got to build
Uh,
bases and shit.
you got like a hideout that like you can like keep some stuff.
Okay.
But
Also,
whatever,
like if you die, you can just always go back to your spot and get some stuff.
go back to your
But you're
shit.
just
But like,
naked.
whatever you go in there with is like if you die, you die. Like everything in there is lost.
You come back to life with just like underwear on or something.
Yeah, you come back with nothing, and then you go to your base. If you have like an extra shirt or armor, you can put that on. But it's
So
tough.
what- so-
and they got
Like it's a
Yeah.
mix of like
So you have to fist
PUBG.
fight somebody, like
you could no like you can go in there with a gun. Like it's like realistic guns. Like they got like SR-25 like snipers, and like they have like when you're looking at your gun, like they have every single little piece of attachment that you got to put on.
So what
your
I'm
gun.
saying is, after you die, when you come back, do you come back with just a knife in your fist, or
Yeah.
you have like no pistol? or
No,
nothing?
you got like once you die, you go back to your hideout. Like you have nothing on your character, and you got to put whatever you have left, or you can buy it. They got like a flea market, which is a flowing economy. and it's all based off of like how much like people want to sell shit for. It's like a real world flea market. Yeah, yeah. So like, it has a wipe. So early on, like you need like certain keys for certain doors in a certain place to open it up to do your quest, and people can make that key $1 million because they know you're gonna need it. So or you got to find it, and you can find shit, and like it's wild. It's I played a lot of that this offseason, if you can tell.
Be rage quitting that game.
Yeah, it's
Still
worth
sensitive, man.
Nah, man, that's a tough. Sound like a tough game. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but you're still kind of the same. I appreciate you guys coming on, man. This has been a lot of fun.
Appreciate you. That's
A walk-off home run, huh?
Subscribe everywhere: Apple, Google, Spotify, YouTube, all of it. Bussin' with the boys. AJ Dillon, Preston Smith, Tier Talk, best sauces in the game.
Yes, sir.
Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Absolutely.